Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Strong Collectors Podcast. I'm your host, Dakota, here with my co-host, Jordan. And today, we are taking a look at the Kickstarter for Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, number 2. So this is their second Kickstarter. Well, I think this is actually their fourth Kickstarter, but like the second of this type of Kickstarter, because I think they had some smaller figures. I think the first one may have failed. Don't quote me on that. But then the next one was kind of the smaller scale figures. And now we're getting into my style of figures, which are the 6-inch 1/12 scale. So I think I have everything from wave 1. I grabbed a few from wave 2, and then I got Thane, the big gorilla. He was kind of what got me into Animal Warriors of the Kingdom.
Right, that was an early one for you.
And then I've got the comic. I got the digital comics. I think this is a pretty cool line, but I like my anthropomorphic figures, so this really scratches that itch for me.
I think you just love the excuse to say the word anthropomorphic more often.
I don't think I knew the word anthropomorphic until you said it.
You're like, what'd you just call me?
Yeah, exactly. Don't put that on me. All right, so I'll go ahead and share screen. We're going to go through. This is already funded, so if you're wanting your figures, you can go in, and we'll talk some of the unlocks, because some of the unlocks are even ready to go already too. So here we go. We've got 173,000 pledged out of 99,000. So we'll try to keep that number in mind, so that'll kind of tell us what figures are unlocked. We'll just kind of go through these one by one here.
But you can still back it, right?
Oh yeah. There's still as I record this.
What did it say? 22.
Yeah, 22 days to go. So you're gonna have plenty of time by the time we get this posted, and there'll probably be like 18 days when you're watching this. But the first figure, this is a little bit, I don't really want to mix lines too much, but this looks a little bit like what we saw with the Savage Crucible Kickstarter.
I was just thinking that.
I think for me, I'm probably going to lean towards my Savage Crucible for lizard type figures, but I actually do really like the look of this guy. I don't know.
Corvius the Cold Blood.
Yeah.
Corvius?
So I think he's got cool weapons. There's going to be a heads pack, so you could swap the heads if you wanted to. I think we're going to see this a lot throughout this Kickstarter, these figures. There's really not any symmetry. There's very few, like maybe there's 2 figures out of this whole thing that are symmetrical, but like you've got the blue over here, then the reddish, and they do that a lot with these figures. I don't think I really like that so much, but I don't know. We'll see. Next up, going along with your lizard people,
Gresh the Jungle Shadow.
I'm going to let you read all these because I don't know how to say half the names, but
I kind of like this guy a little more, not going to lie.
He's got articulated eyes, so that's fun.
Oh, that is cool.
And I think this kind of chain thing can port into his mouth too, so it's like his tongue. I like the purples and the green mix. This one is pretty tempting.
Is that probably just plastic? That's probably not a chain, right? It's like a molded piece. Or do we know? Maybe not. I'm probably asking for too much detail on that.
Yeah, I'm not for sure on that. We might.
Does he have 4 swords then, or is that just showing the 2 on his back?
Yeah, it's kind of confusing, but he's only got the 2.
Okay.
So I thought that was kind of like, it took me a little bit the first time I looked at it and be like, wait, does he have 2 in his, like 1 in each hand, 1 in, but no. I would also assume that these are going to come with extra hands too. Like it's not showing the hands here, but the other figures came with like, there was gripping hands, I think fisted hands, and maybe like either open hands or trigger finger hands, depending on the weapons they came with. So they come pretty well packed in. Again, I'm assuming that you don't see it in the pictures here, but I think that's how they're going to come. Weapons pack for the cold-blooded. Kind of got these Wolverine claw type things. Spear, hook. I kind of like this sword here. It's kind of very scary looking.
Very scary. Your sword, sir, is quite scary.
I think if I was going to go for a lizard type guy, this would be the one I would go for. I like the red and blue combo, and he's a little bit more symmetrical. Still not quite, but closer.
All right.
So I like this one so far the most out of what we've seen. But there's going to be some other ones that are...
Veronadry. I'm trying to remember. Did the first one come, or the one that you have, did it come with a comic, or you have a comic?
It didn't come with a comic, but like there's a comic that's
Okay.
kind of coming out. I think
Okay.
I think it's up to the 5th issue now.
All right.
I haven't read the most recent one, but I will.
Okay.
So your alternate heads.
All right.
This is unlocked now. So this was a unlock. You had to get to a certain amount, but they've already passed that. So this is available.
Very cool.
Now the brawler scale. So this is bigger than the figures we were just looking at, but not quite as big as the gorillas.
All right. King Hannibal.
You were guessing?
I was gonna say I think you might like this guy.
I think you're right.
Are you?
This one I'm tempted by. Style. I have the other lion, like the more like standard sized lion. So I feel like I should have his dad. Okay. This mace.
Right.
I'm a sucker for the maces. If you've been watching the Mythic Legion rankings. Yep. So might have to get him.
All right.
Kali Prime. I don't love the look of this one, but that's because I like the regular Kali better. But this gold hammer over here, I think that's tempting. I like that. Cool shield too. Just I don't know. I've just now gotten into my head that Kali is kind of a skinnier ape, and not so much this jacked gorilla. But probably passing on this one. But I like the golds.
Yeah, colors are fun. Oh,
weapons pack here.
Bone crusher. Got some guns in there.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool looking rifle.
Pistol. All right. Oh, he's like a dog.
Yeah. First glance for me, this one was pretty weird. The more I see him, the more I like him.
I think it's cool.
Yeah. Like he just looks like he's guarding the junkyard.
Right.
Just giant shotgun type thing.
I could see that.
He's tempting.
Little casings on his forearm are kind of fun. All right.
We don't have images for this for the alternate heads. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool if we got like maybe a snarling lion head. I think that would be cool. And then maybe same with like Grimes, maybe like a more of a barking head. I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
We'll see what comes there. Wave 2. We've got, this is Pale's mom.
Mother Mala.
Like the magic effects here. You got the fire sword, the ice shield. Do I need her? Probably not. Would she really help round out the...
females so far?
Well, if you're wanting more females, Jordan, we scroll down here to the second.
Lady Shadow.
And this is Kali's partner. She's kind of like the scientist for the bad guys.
Boomstick? What's that thing on the right?
I don't know either. It's like a...
Looks like he's got a trigger on it.
Yeah. Definitely some sort of projectile weapon. Yeah.
Oh, does that shoot out of it, that thing? No, that's probably not what it does.
No, I don't. That is a confusing weapon to me, but they're kind of like steampunky, futuristic, Planet of the Apes type of setting for these guys. So, I don't think I would get her. I would be much more tempted by Mother Mala. I like the colors here more, and I like the accessories.
That's fair.
Rogue's weapon set. Probably my least favorite weapon set, although this quiver is pretty cool. I like the details in there.
Whoa.
Jessa is pretty... This one's tempting to me because, like I said, I have the other lion from I think it was the first wave. If I'm going to get his dad, this kind of seems to me like I could do a little Simba Nala type of thing.
There you go.
Okay. Her with her like weapons, him with his sword. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
So.
Alternate head too.
Tempted to pick her up for sure. These are not unlocked yet, but getting pretty close. Only less than 30,000 off, and they've been slowly growing, so I think they'll get to that.
Ooh. Kanji.
I've always said, Jordan, I wish I had a rabbit archer as an action figure. But no, I'm actually... I think I'm going to get this one.
Yeah. I could see people using at least this one or other ones with, like, your turtles. So in the Ninja Turtles, they had, what is that? Yosagi Jimbo is the rabbit samurai guy. So
yeah,
make a case he's got this guy as a buddy or something.
Yeah. So this one's probably my favorite one that we've seen so far.
All right. Of all of them?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Until you saw this next one.
Well, he's cool, but I still like the rabbit a little bit more.
He's got a robotic arm, though, dude.
That's true.
Come on.
I mean, I feel like they would be like arch enemies. He's like a pirate type thing. Him and the dog are partners. The dog is his first mate.
I could see that.
Now, see, like his story is like he's a pirate. So, like, if he came with a pirate hat, then maybe we'd be having a different conversation here. I'd be all about it.
All right.
But no pirate hat. I don't know. I like him for sure. Don't get me wrong. I'm tempted.
Okay.
But
all right.
Their weapons pack.
A weapons set.
A little bit more of like a sniper looking thing. I like this revolver. This definitely looks future-y. Little potion bottles. Grenade,
crossbow looking thing going on over there.
Yeah.
What's that? A hook. All right. Assassin's weapon set. The Horrid Assassin.
So this one is not unlocked. Got quite a ways to go for him. This one will be a stretch, but this one I think is possible. I don't think I necessarily need him, but I do like kind of this skinnier look for him. So cool. But and again, this quiver is not even as cool as this other one that we saw.
Yeah.
This
pack.
This one.
Yeah,
that one is
got a lot more
so much more detail. Yeah. So if I was picking quivers, it would be the other, but cool figure. Also, I don't know if it's going to be a strung bow. I would hope so, but I don't think it's going to be. Alternate heads that we don't see. You know I love my translucent figures, Jordan.
Yeah.
And this is a Kickstarter exclusive.
The main guy, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like an invisible spirit pail. I think it's just a Kickstarter exclusive.
Okay.
You buy it through here, but it's not going to be available through the store. Well, I think they had a Kickstarter exclusive before, like kind of a white tiger that was available but more expensive. So maybe this is only going to be the Kickstarter. We'll see how strict they are with that. Ooh, glow in the dark too.
Heavily requested, it says. Oh, and glow in the dark. Well, there you go.
Can only get 5 of them. All right. Now we're getting into some birds.
Bird. That one looks cool, I think.
Yeah.
It's got some 260 though for that.
Yeah, 260 is going to be a stretch. Possible, but some of the figures down the road, like we still got a pretty long ways to go. Well, not a long ways, but there's several figures left, and the last figures I think are going to be super cool, but I don't think we got a chance of getting to them. But yeah, definitely tempting. I would love to see like the figure version of this, kind of like how we see like here's the figure and here's the figure. This kind of just drawn concept art doesn't quite get me to pull the trigger on him, so tempted though. This one I kind of like a little bit more. I don't know why, because he doesn't have the wings,
the bard,
but he's a cardinal.
That's true.
Like it. Again, I'd like to see the figure version of him. And what does he come with?
Right.
Maybe they're just kind of like
a little sitar thing that he can play or something. He's a bard.
I like that. But yeah, maybe they're gonna just kind of wait until they get to like maybe 250, and they'll be like, all right, maybe we should work on the actual what this guy's gonna come with.
That makes sense. Oh, whoa! The necromancer.
Yeah. What do we see? The vulture.
Vulture. Bird has an unholy fascination with the macabre. Ooh.
Oh, that's a cool silhouette at least.
Sounds spooky.
320 though. Yee.
Yeah, that's.
You gotta get like
pretty
twice
high.
as high as we're at now.
Right.
Weapon set. Alternate heads. I would like to see what those would be. All right. Now we're getting into the big boys. Like I think these are bigger than the gorilla.
Okay.
You know, I like my hefty, substantial figures.
Oh, I know it. Ooh.
Got the water buffalo, dude.
Brutox.
Look at that belt.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's a lot.
But now I don't.
380 though, man.
Right. Now I don't know that this. I don't know what the price of this next figure would be, and I don't know if he's my favorite in this whole thing, but I think he is.
Oh my goodness. General Mamba.
He's big. Look at that hammer. I like that hammer.
The hammer's probably as tall as a regular figure.
It probably is, honestly. Whenever this gets made, count me in.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so let's see. Go to the updates. All right, so here's the scale for those figures. I don't know where this rhino's at. I don't know where his unlock is, or maybe he's in a future wave. So the gorilla, pretty substantial. Like I said, the lion is about the same size, slightly smaller. But yeah, this elephant is standing at least a head taller than Thane.
He's a big boy.
So now we're introducing some scale into the line. They're filling it out. It's definitely going to look even cooler on the shelves now. Closer look at the reptile heads. So you'll be able to pour it in, kind of like I said, the chain effect.
Right.
Movable jaws. Swapped heads. So here's the tongue ported in.
Okay. A reptile.
So yeah, you see two alternate sets of hands, one chain whip. So it says chain whip, but I don't know. Is it actually chain? Interesting. Might have to get these guys on the podcast. We got 22 days.
Hey, I'm down.
I'll see what I can do.
All right. Move quick.
Let's see if I can go. All right. So if I was going to back this project, let's kind of see what we got for pricing. Standard figure is going to cost you $33. If you wanted to get the big guys like the dog, the lion, $45. And then you can also do the 2-packs that are going to come with a weapon set as well. So, if you were going to get your 2 standard figures, $66.
Save a little bit.
Yeah, not crazy. Retail value would be $84, so you're getting about $9 off, which if you want those weapon sets, I think that's a great deal. And then they've also got the
bundles.
Yeah, you get all the bundles. Your all in is $325. I don't know if that moves when there's more unlocked, or if this is just your locked in price. Maybe you read some of these words here. But yeah.
You say maybe you read some of these words here.
Yeah, I'm sure those words are probably helpful for some folks.
Use your eyeballs.
I'll leave the link for this in the description. You can read the words yourself. But yeah, I'm thinking.
Sorry.
And these are going to be a little bit more expensive retail. So like it says, you get a little bit of a discount if you buy them through the Kickstarter. Retail is going to be $35 for your standard figures, $33 for the others, $48.
Right.
Save a few bucks. I think I want to back the Kickstarter just because then it reaches more unlocks.
Right.
But if you're not able to at this moment, you need to save up for them, then you've got your time.
Yeah.
Jordan, what do you think?
Yes.
Anything you're going to get?
No, but it's not
because
I don't appreciate it. I think for me, maybe it's more the style of it. I think you kind of can gravitate more, especially with those, to the more animated, cartoonish look. And that's obviously what they're going for, which I think works for them. For me, I think I lean with that kind of style more towards what it looks like Savage Crucible's doing, where they're kind of a little more realistic looking, I guess, and some not realistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not as cartoony.
Sure.
But I mean, I definitely think it's cool, and I think it's kind of fun to see them branching out with the different scales and different types of figures. I think the dog one is actually pretty cool, personally.
Yeah.
I think that one's fun.
I agree.
And then, if you got your elephant, I mean, I would love to see that thing in person.
I can't wait, because I'm sure that it's got to come out event. Even if it doesn't get funded now, I would imagine maybe the next Kickstarter, it's one of the more main unlocked figures.
Right.
I hope. I would really like that to be made. So I don't know. I'd be interested to get some I want you got to find yourself some action figures that I don't want, that we can do a Kickstarter
Okay.
look through that you're wanting to buy that I don't want to buy?
All right. I'll start
So maybe
combing
like,
the Kickstarter more because it
yeah,
looked like there were a lot of different figures on there,
yeah.
figure lines. So
So maybe like some of your like monster scary type stuff that
right.
give me
All
nightmares.
right. I'll start. I'll start looking.
All right. Well, that is our look at the Kickstarter for Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. Let us know down in the comments. Do you have any of these? Do you plan on getting them? Do you need to know more? You got 22 days, probably about 18 by the time you're watching this, to back this Kickstarter. I hope we see some more unlocks. Got to have a real strong push to get to that elephant. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay strong.